Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Elder Stacy Zanders. I'm just making a video. I just want to look at some black businesses. This is for anybody. It's good information. But what I want you to do is, first of all, let me just start by this. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like and the subscribe button. If you're watching Facebook, please follow and please share the video. And also, if you see my videos on Twitter, please just like and retweet the video so that the videos can get out to whomever you may be watching. And anyway, I just want to talk about I'm a business owner, some black-owned businesses in America. But one thing I want you to do, let me just lift this up here. Take a look. I want everybody that's watching, go to this. If you want statistics, I'm an analytics guy. Here's the website, blackdemographics.com. If you want to see what's going on in the black arena, how we compare to other people in the country, please go to blackdemographics.com. It's a breakdown on families, marriages, businesses, population, economics, education, health, culture, geography, populations by cities, etc. If you want the numbers on our community, please go to blackdemographics.com. And it pays to be in the know, to educate yourself. But I just want to look at this. Black-owned businesses in the United States increased by 34.5% between 2007 and 2012, totaling 2.6 million black firms. More than 95% of these businesses are mostly sole proprietorships or partnerships which have no paid employees. About 4 in 10 black-owned businesses, 1.1 million in 2012, operated in the healthcare, social assistance, and other services such as repair, maintenance, personal and laundry service sectors. Now, quite frankly, to me, it don't matter where you are. I think it's better in what industry you may find yourself in. It's better to have your own. But if we go down here a little bit, black-owned businesses by industry. If we just look here, and this is according to the when the census and census come out. This is between 2007 and 2012. We should be getting an update on this pretty soon once they tabulate all of the information. What is it? Census is every 10 years, every decade. So, but these are the latest numbers that we have. And you see down here at the bottom, some of the industries that you don't have a lot of black-owned companies or not owned by blacks. That's in management of companies and enterprises, and mining and quarry and oil and gas. And as you go up the list here, you see it increases to where you have more black-owned businesses, and most of them are sole proprietorships. And I think that if you are in these sectors, and it really comes down to being able to manage the resources that you are given and to give back, reach out, and try to help more people get to where they need to be. Because I think that, and Jesus said, if I put a little Bible on it, Jesus said, and this is what I tell people, Jesus said, the poor you will always have among you. But one thing I've taught and I told my children, but I do not have to be one of them. They're always going to be poor, but I don't have to be one of them. I choose to make some choices that are different. And with those choices comes some sacrificing, it comes discipline, and trying to control what your destiny will be. You don't have to be poor if you don't want to. I know that all of us are born. We can't help the environment in which we are born, but we can help whether we stay there or whether we get out of it. Okay, then let's take a look at this, because as many people know, that we are lacking in a lot of sectors where business and our influence is concerned, and our children need more of us that are affluent to teach them that you can become. You don't have to just look to people in sports. If that's your way out of poverty, that's fine. But it don't have to be about football and basketball and all of those things. We need people in power positions that have the power to make changes in our community. We need people in politics. We need people in government. We need people in business. We need people in these sectors so we can affect change. when I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio, I served on the planning commission for the city of North College Hill. And one thing I realized, being a young man, I was in my late 20s when I served on the planning commission, and they wanted me to run for a city council seat of the city. And I chose not to do it because politics for me works too slow. And being a business owner, I'm used to making decisions. I'm used to hiring, I'm used to firing, I'm used to telling people to do this and it get done, and not so much in a framework of politicking, building alliances and co-ops and things of that nature. So I chose not to do it, even though it was a rewarding experience being on the planning commission, but I was in the know. I understood what the city was going to do. They had 10-year incremental plans. I knew what changes was going to take place. I never forget one of the biggest things. There was a corner that in North College Hill, I think it was on the corner of Hamilton and Galvin. Yeah, I think, what is there now? I think Walgreens is on that corner right now, but they did not know who owned that block. They purchased it. I forget what was there before, but they could not figure out who purchased it. So in the planning commission meeting, I asked, I said, well, where's the corporate headquarters located? And they told me what city and state that it was in. And I said, it could possibly be Walgreens. They said, well, why would you say that? I said, because I had contracts with a lot of Walgreens, and that's where their corporate office is. And they did a little digging and found out that it was, in fact, Walgreens that was moving their building from a strip mall section on Hamilton Avenue onto that corner there. And so it was very rewarding. I knew what they was trying to do in terms of building up the city, which would give you an advantage. And sometimes people don't understand. For example, let me say, well, they're moving out the neighborhood. When they go, well, you need to go with them. Yeah, we all heard that saying, but those people are volunteering on the planning commissions and things of that nature, so they understand what's taking place in the city's work in 10-year increments. Anyway, so that was that there. So we need people in those positions. But if we look at this chart here, and we find that when it comes to black business job creation, you have white, you have Asian, Hispanic, you have black. We are at the bottom. One of the things that says that we have to start doing as a community, what we have to start doing not only in our community but in our black churches, is we need programs that will initiate the start of business. We need entrepreneurship classes. We need mentorships to teach other people how to get into business and work for themselves. And we find here that job creation, black job creation is 1.2 million jobs, or the amount of jobs that black-owned businesses created. Hispanics created 2.9 million jobs. Asians created 4.7 million jobs. White Americans created 56.8 million jobs from white-owned companies. And they could employ 39% of all working age white adults. Asians could employ 38%, Hispanics could employ 8%. But look at this, black-owned businesses here. Just look at it. White-owned companies can employ 39% of all working white adults, while black-owned companies can only employ 5% of blacks. So as you see, this number for black, this number for Hispanics, it has to change if we are going to positively affect our community. We need to implement more structure. We need to focus on these areas. I tell people that numbers matter, statistics matter, this information matters. And then let me just say this to all black and brown people: the idiocy of people saying don't take the census. That is what some people want you to do. So these numbers, you don't get a part of the resources and the finances that come from taking the census. Let's go back. The census started several thousand years ago. around the birth of Christ, when they was required to go to be counted and to pay their taxes. This started a long time ago. It is a purpose for the census, and these numbers is an indication, especially when I hear black people that will not participate in the census. Is one of the craziest things that I've ever heard, and this is why we have numbers like this. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and we have got to do better. All the black-owned businesses in the United States of America, we can only employ 5% of our people, while white-owned companies can employ just under 40% of their people. Now, here's another stark event. This is why you have the wage gap in America. Annual revenue in white-owned employers is 11.6 trillion. In the Asian community, the annual revenue is 814.8 billion. In the Hispanic community, 422.6 billion. And in the black community, $127.9 billion. 11 trillion to 127 billion. That is a huge disparity. And I don't blame anybody up here, even though there's a lot of things that may not necessarily be right, but what it says is that we have to band together, get together, and we have to do better as a community of people. Now let's go over here. It says enough to give every working age white adult. Out of this 11.6 trillion, this is what white-owned employers could give every working age white adult. They can give them $80,902 per year. This is what they can give them, $80,000 a year. This is middle class lifestyle. All right. Asians, out of their revenues, can give every Asian $65,868. This is pretty much standard income. Hispanics can give, look at the disparity in white and Asian to black and Hispanic. Out of the 422.6 billion, Hispanic companies can band together and give Hispanics $11,701 a year. And here is what's utterly shocking to me. Out of the black-owned companies, out of the $127.9 billion, black-owned companies can only give each working black adult $4,842 every single year. So this is very striking, and I'm going to do more videos, but you need to go to blackdemographics.com. We need to take a look at this. We need to educate ourselves, educate our people, and understand who we are as a people. This $80,000 a year is leaps and bounds, is light years ahead of $4,000 a year. And we need more job creation. And those are some of the things that I know that I myself want to start focusing on, mentorship programs, things of that nature. And but I really want to take a look at some of these things, and we really want to get into payroll, different things like that. But when we start dealing with the economics in the black community, let me put this up here so you can kind of take a look at the drop down menu here. We really want to start taking a look at this, and I'm gonna be going through some of these titles, some of these things here. We're gonna be looking at population. We're gonna be looking at population by the cities, regions. We're gonna look at male statistics, women's statistics. We're gonna look at these data. We're gonna look at all of this stuff and see where we are. And we really have to educate ourselves. We really have to understand who we are as a community and as a people. We really need to understand these numbers and this information. You have to understand the numbers. If you're going to succeed or be successful, it's going to be important for us to understand these numbers. In the next video, we are going to be looking at African American employment in this country. But until next time, I want you to stay tuned. We're going to be looking at this in the next video. Stay tuned. Go to blackdemographics.com. Please, people, let's educate ourselves so that we can be in the know. Until next time, God bless you.